There is, at the heart of reality, a movement. Not static, not fixed, not mechanistic, but a dynamic unfolding. It is a rhythm, a pulse, an orientation. And it seems to me that at some level, whether mythic or psychological or ontological, we intuit this movement as one that draws us back into coherence, into unity, not a bland sameness, but a richly differentiated harmony, a gathering of multiplicity into meaningful wholeness. This process begins, interestingly enough, not in perfection, but in fracture, in deviation, in a kind of blindness. And yet it is precisely through the recognition of our misalignment, through the mirror of innocent suffering, if you like, that something awakens. Something in us sees, perhaps for the first time, the distortion. And from that realization arises not guilt, which is always backward-looking and retributive, but a forward-looking impulse, the will to be restored. And it is this movement, this arc toward reintegration, that I believe marks the beginning of wisdom. Now, what enables that return is not something that can be quantified or earned. It is not a meritocratic transaction. It is not the result of doctrinal compliance. It is, quite simply, a gift, a generosity inherent in the structure of being itself. It is the nature of the good to overflow. And that overflowing, what one might call grace, is not an anomaly in the system. It is the system. The entire cosmos, as I see it, is structured by something that gives without depletion. But of course, this giving is not indiscriminate. It is wise, it discerns, and the pattern it reveals is not random, nor is it tyrannical. It is rather aligned with the deepest rhythms of reality. It knows, if I may put it this way, what it is doing. The pattern has intention, not as in planning or control, but in that older sense of telos, a pull toward fulfillment that is woven into the fabric of things. This is where we encounter something rather beautiful, that this unfolding is not about imposition from without, but emergence from within. It is not a master plan handed down from above, but a mystery made visible through participation. The aim is not to obey a rule, but to align with a rhythm. And when we do, when we tune ourselves to that pulse, we find ourselves not only transformed, but capable of helping to transform the world. And that, ultimately, is where it all leads. To the gathering of what has been scattered, to the drawing together of all aspects of reality, both visible and invisible, both the seen and the felt, into a unified field of awareness, a kind of cosmic coherence, if you will, in which every differentiated part finds its place not by being reduced, but by being more fully itself in right relation to the whole. It is not unlike a great symphony. Each instrument matters, each voice contributes, but the music only emerges when all are attuned to the same underlying key. And it is this key, the deep structure of love, of coherence, of self-giving, that is, I believe, the most real thing there is. So, if I may say, the journey is not from error to correctness, but from fragmentation to integration. Not from badness to goodness, but from alienation to belonging. Not from ignorance to information, but from numbness to resonance. And in that resonance, we do not merely know, we become.